keep asking if I'm back. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
So, I love that so much. This is the stupidest idea we've ever had. All right. We've talked for a few weeks now. I think one of the growing storylines about week 1 is how many revenge games there are. And this comes up all the time in the NFL. So-and-so has a revenge game this week. You know, this guy's going back to play his former team. Not all revenge games, though, are built the same way. Not all have the same amount of revenge baked in. So what we're going to figure out here is how much revenge is actually in play with all of these games. And we're going to do this on the revenge scale. And there's no better measure here than, to me, the pinnacle of revenge content, and that's John Wick. So each one of these games, we're going to give 1 out of 5 Wicks for what sort of revenge factor is involved with these matchups. This is truly the stupidest thing we've ever done on this podcast. Russell Wilson going back to Seattle. Nate, how many Wicks are we giving Russell Wilson going back to play his former team?
We are giving them 4.5 John Wicks. And I don't know. I think Russ killed Pete's
Graphic
dog.
is so dumb.
I was gonna say we're almost at a full dead dog situation.
Yeah, Russ killed Pete's dog. I think that's what happened here. So I don't know if that should go 5, but 4.5. 4.5. I love it. I think that's very fair.
Based on all of the bad blood that seemed to be kind of brewing there by the end, and the story that came out on ESPN earlier this week, I think that this is Russ's chance, Diante, in my mind, to be like, listen, you thought you made a mistake by cranking the let Russ cook dial. You did make a mistake trying to scale that back a little bit. This is now my chance to shape the offense, to be the guy, to have this team build everything around me, to make me the focal point. I'm going to show you what you missed out on.
Yeah, I mean, that's the gamble, right? That's the whole point of what we're doing is what Russ is looking to do, which is to show I can run the Russ offense. Right. And it's my ideas. When it works, when the stuff works, it was my ideas, right? Not the brain trust of John Schneider, Pete Carroll, and Russell Wilson, and whatever insert offensive coordinator that lasts for 2 seasons before being moved on from. OK, that this is all about Russ. And I think that, he's in one of those
dispatching
spots.
of offensive coordinators over the course of the last decade is like
OCs and O-line coaches, man. It's quite the graveyard over there between OCs and O-line guys.
How many more bodies from John Wick in the first movie or Seahawks offensive coordinators over Russell Wilson's tenure?
Those are the Russian gangsters.
Tight margins here. We're talking tight margins there. And I think that from Seattle's perspective, this is also a chance for them to not only kind of tell Russ to shove it, but for Pete to also show I'm the one who can evolve here, right? That my ideas of evolution, that I can change my franchise on the fly, regardless of what the win-loss record may be for Seattle, because it's not like we expect them to contend for the postseason, but to show that I've got good enough ideas or I can bring guys in that can make this thing go with or without you. So that's a big kind of interesting thing is it's not just Russ versus Seattle. In a lot of ways, it's almost like Pete versus Russ and Pete versus the NFL at large. That was something that I wrote about this offseason is he good enough or is he smart enough to bring in the right guys to evolve this thing on the fly? So that makes for 2 really interesting subplots as we go through this.
I know it's a joke, Pete wants to run the ball. I want to see this run game. I really do. I think Rashad Penny is this isn't crazy. He's a stud. I know they drafted Kenneth Walker. He's been battling the hernia stuff, but Rashad Penny, I watched those last couple months when they let him loose. Oh my God, he is so incredibly talented. Yeah, I want to see what the Hackett-Wilson offense looks like. Yeah, how many ingredients are they giving? Are they truly letting him cook everything? Like I really want to see that. And the last thing, this is more the narrative thing, was last year we were on this pod, Robert, and we were talking about how Russ didn't demand a trade. They said if I wanted to be traded, these were the teams I would like, which is what was the funniest thing ever. And then Rodgers kind of threw his hissy fit as well, but they did it in their own ways. And then the ESPN article comes out, and they said Russ was watching the Super Bowl between Mahomes and Brady. And it was like, I knew it. They watched that matchup. Those two watched that matchup and go, no, it's our time. It's our time. Right. They're saying passing the torch and all. And that's what happened. And I was sorry. I was like, confirmed. The article confirmed it right there. But I want to see these teams. I love the new looks for both ones. I want to see it. I want to check out Geno Smith. I want to see him with this offense when it's not, Bob McAdoo calling up plays for him.
Hey, right. And there's one thing that's kind of true of all of us, and that's that watching Tom Brady continue to do this at this age, triggering everybody's midlife crisis. So I 100% understand from both of these quarterbacks.
God, he really is, though. I mean, you see that skin?